Building a glass blowing studio, part 19. One of the things I need to get for the glass blowing studio is a smaller handheld torch that we can use for some of our projects. Now we already have a larger version of that, but in order to do really intricate art, we need a smaller torch with a more concentrated flame. So what we're gonna do is turn this benchtop torch into a handheld version, that way we can use it here in the studio. First up, we need to buy a piece of wood for the handle. So I went to this exotic wood supply house where they have a ton of different options, and I found this really nice piece of red heart. Now that we have the wood picked out, we're going to start working on the torch. We're going to remove it from the base. Using the torch as a guide, we're going to mark how much wood we want to cut off for the handle. Once it was traced, I was going to cut it off with this handsaw, but I realized that we have technology, so I brought it over to this miter saw instead and cut it much faster and cleaner. Now we have to figure out how we're going to attach these things together. To do this, we're first going to drill a big cavity into the handle. This is where the torch stem is going to slide into. So we've got the handle and we've got the torch. You can see it slides in nicely. Now we're going to take the block of wood over to the belt sander so we can shape it into a handle. I don't know exactly what shape I want to make the handle, so we're just going to kind of eyeball it. I really wanted this to be comfortable to hold, so I really focused on the ergonomics of it. Now that we have the handle shaped, it's time to apply a finish. We're going to be using linseed oil for the finish. I really like the color of the red heart, and the grain on it I think looks really nice. And now we can attach the handle and the torch together. To attach these together, I'm just going to take a wedge, place it in here, and then tap this down. Start with the wedge, and as we push this down inside, and give it a tap, and now that's in there, nice and tight. Now we have to test it to make sure it even works. I got the propane and oxygen hooked up, so let's give it a try. Woohoo! And just like that, we now have ourselves a brand new glass blowing torch.